of automobile technology as we showcase some of the hottest vehicles of the year from the floor of Cobo Hall in Detroit. This is Under the Hood, the 2011 North American International Auto Show.
They come from literally every corner of our globe, automotive journalists and enthusiasts, more than 5,000 of them this year, starting off the new year with a bang, and they're doing it right here in the Motor City. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Under the Hood special, the North American International Auto Show 2011. I'm Dave Akerly from Cobo Hall here in Detroit. We're happy that you're here. We're happy to be back with this show, and I say back because, well, we've been off for a couple of years. You could say that, I guess, about the industry in general. You talk about the automotive world and the show itself. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of years, but we're back at the auto show. Some thought the auto show in Detroit might go away, might not survive. It has survived, and some experts actually tell us that they believe this year's show is the best one they've seen in more than a decade. Well, tomorrow the general public will come through the doors that are off to my right, and they'll make up their mind on that fact. But for you tonight, our loyal viewers, we have a sneak preview. And we're going to get things started with two of my colleagues who've been down on this floor all week long covering this show, Ann Emmerich and Brittany Gray. Ann, you're up first. Take it away.
Dave, we're going to have a lot of
our show, a whole lot more about the power behind the new Chevy Volt and really the electrical trend that's going on in the automotive industry. When we say electricity is in the air in Detroit, we mean it. But is it the trend of the future, or has the industry really backed a risky venture? You'll find out next when Under the Hood returns to Detroit.
Under the Hood, the 2011 North American International Auto Show is brought to you by Okemos Auto Collection, premium automobiles, world-class.
Welcome back here to Cobo Hall in our Under the Hood preview of the 2011 North American International Auto Show. A few years ago, electric-powered vehicles were really a novelty here. Do you remember the General Motors EV1? No? Not many do. But then came the Toyota Prius. This was a car that people actually wanted to line up to buy, and that really changed everything, along with high gas prices. Now, it's honestly hard to walk about 20, 30 feet in this hall without running into an electric vehicle either in production or about to go into production, as our Brittany Gray explains.
You don't need to look too far.
Cars are going to take over completely during this century, and more sooner than later. Others like Fiat and de facto Chrysler head Sergio Marchionne say not so fast. He thinks there's really been too big of a rush with the electrics. Question is, what do consumers out there really want? For that, who better for me to ask than somebody who is literally a living legend in the automotive industry, the former head of both Chrysler, General Motors, and Ford, automobile icon Bob Lutz. What do consumers want today?
Well, they've always wanted reliability and quality. The thing is, that used to be the exclusive purview of some brands, one of which has kind of lost that mantle.
That's Lutz making a not-so-veiled reference to embattled Toyota. The irony is that they led the way forward in electrics with the Prius. Now GM and others poised to cash in with the Volt. Lutz was a big proponent, making him feel like a proud papa now.
All of the GM products here, and every one of them is one of my babies, but the Volt is kind of special because it was quite hard to get everybody to understand that we could make a successful car out of it. It was, put it this way, it was controversial in the company.
What is not controversial or in doubt is how different the position is for most car makers today versus just 1 year ago.
I think what we have right in front of us is a renaissance of an incredible magnitude, and I feel particularly positive about Michigan.
But will the product meet up with demand and create a real environment for growth and consumer satisfaction?
An automobile is never going to be an appliance. It's always something that has a great deal of emotional content.
Nobody gets excited about a toaster.
Nobody gets excited about a toaster. Nobody gets excited about a refrigerator, because why? Those are in your home. You are never seen outside by other people with them.
And key experts say it's that emotional attachment with the car, along with a pent-up demand to buy following tight credit, that has consumers ready to embrace new products after a radical industry transformation.
The good news here is that we have seen a fundamental restructuring of the industry to the point where it is going to be far more profitable than we ever thought it could have been, even if this had taken years to occur.
And a bit of a walking, talking contradiction. You know, Bob Lutz was the biggest proponent of the Chevy Volt Electric, and yet at the same time, he said very famously that global warming was a crock. Well, coming up next on Under the Hood, we're going to focus on the cars we make right here at home in mid-Michigan. We're talking caddies and crossovers. We'll also see if Chrysler, seen so long as the weakest link in the Big Three, is ready to explode with an entire fleet of new vehicles. All next from Cobo Hall on Under the Hood. Cobo Hall in Detroit, where all the massive square footage on this main display floor is devoted to one thing. It's our love affair, of course, with the automobile. But you know, downstairs here at Cobo, where years ago it used to be kind of a scruffy food vending display, now it's something very interactive, as our Ann Emmerich found out.
Dave, I'm here at the
Now, for years, I have wandered these halls at Cobo Center, and there is one place in this building that is so cool and yet so bizarre, it never ceases to both amaze and mystify me. And I promise you, most of you have never, ever seen it. That's going to change right now. If you come down here to the show, walk all the way down the main lobby, almost like you're going to the Detroit River, and then take a right. You'll be in a work hallway. I mean, stuff they're bringing in for the show here, for displays. There's people hauling food around. Today there's media. This is also the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. Now you got to kind of watch out, but as you look up on the wall, there are all these, as the workers go by, there are all these impressive bronze busts. Walk down here with me. I mean, Branch Rickey, looking at the wall, Fritz Chrysler, Whizzer White. All of these guys have, Al Wauters from Oakland Hills. All of these guys have, and women too, have a tie to Michigan sports, some of them quite unique. And you got to go all the way down this hallway, past the restrooms, and here we go. Look up on the wall, Duffy Doherty. And without a picture today, George Webster, Spartans all. This hallway is filled with the cream of the crop of Michigan sports history. It is tucked away in an almost inaccessible, for most folks, area of Cobo Hall. But if you're at the auto show and you go almost to the river and turn right, take a look. You'll see something that not many, even in Detroit, have seen before. Hey, you know, there's been talk over the years of moving all of that display to somewhere really a better location. It's all been talk, nothing's ever come to fruition. So if you come down to the auto show at Cobo, go down and check it out. It is unique and one of a kind, something pure Michigan, if you will. And you can make that trip starting bright and early tomorrow morning. Get a head start on the crowd. Doors open at 9. They stay open till 10 p.m. for the first 8 days of the show. On the final day, Sunday the 23rd, it's 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. And there's even early access for disabled patrons, 1 hour early, a chance to see the sights without getting jostled. Tickets, $12. E-tickets online, same price. Seniors and kids pay half price, and children 6 and under are free here in Detroit with an adult. Just as I say that, they kick up the music, which means I think it's time for us to wrap up our show. I think if you come down here to Detroit this year, you're going to feel a positive vibe that has not been present over the past few. And if you like tonight's show, I know we had fun bringing it to you, drop us a line at Facebook, email. We always like to hear from our viewers. Well, thanks for watching tonight. For Brittany Gray, Ann Emmerich, our producer, Crystal Spots, and our great videographers this year at the show, Mark, Carl, and Randall, I'm Dave Akerly, thanking you for joining us for Under the Hood at Cobo Hall, the 2011 North American International Auto Show. Good night, everybody.